full beehive.
Making music with instruments, it's easy. It's a little too easy. In this video, I want to try to make some music without actual instruments. For the record, I rarely use any sampler, so this will be rather new for me. And after I finished smacking everything in the studio like a primal, here's my favorite sounds. For a basic song we will need drums, bass, some kind of melodic stuff, and now I see I totally forget about the SFX. Okay, so let's do some editing. And this took a long time because I'm not used to sampling. Yeah. So I got the sounds. Let's see what I made. First, I wanted to use the sofa punch for the kick. It sounds like this. And also, I wanted to layer it with this sound. I think it's the acoustic panel in the corner right there. Yeah, because it got a little more high-end to it. So, basically what I did, I layered them together in the drum rack. And it sounds something like this at this point. But I wasn't really happy with the low end of the kick drum, what I made, so I searched for the drill sound, which is right here. Our drill sound, it sounds like this. So basically what I did to this drill, I made a very radical EQ on that, because I think basically the drill is just a white noise, and the white noise have all the frequencies, and what I needed is just a tight band of frequencies. So I made the EQ and it sounds like this without the EQ, with the EQ. And as you can see, it highlights a little narrower band of frequencies. After I recorded this in a new track, which just sounds like exactly the same, and layered it with our kick drum. I made it some pitch envelopes to make it a little more bass drummier, I guess, and also I transposed it like 46 semitones down. And this is how it sounds like now. Because without the pitch envelope, it's just a really low note. But with the pitch envelope engaged, it sounds like this. And also, I put a saturator on it. Now, our bass drum sounds like this. Next, I made a snare sound. I layered the hell out of this one too. So this is our first, which is almost like the best sound that I can think of when I think of snares. I think it's this sound. Also, I layered it with this one, which is a little more knockier, and this one, which is just the metallic table sound. Also, I added the smashed Pepsi can into the mix. So after the layering, it sounds like something like this. Okay, so next thing was the clap. This is just me clapping for like 3 times, and this is how it sounds. It's just a clap. Also, I made a hi-hat, and I made it from these copper wires, and also layered it with a plastic bag. What I did for the plastic bag was I shortened it a lot, and also it sounds something like this. And now we have a hi-hat. And the last thing was that I wanted something a little longer, so I made an open hi-hat, kind of like an open hi-hat thing, from the same plastic bag, but with a lot of reverb on it, and also sped up a lot. And now we have some drums. The bass note, I knew that I wanted to make the bass note out of the drill. So it's just basically the same drill that I put under the kick drum. But I made it in simpler, and now actually it sounds something like this. I looped a little section, and like 2 octaves below there lies our bass sound. Also, I added some effects, a saturator and some erosion. It is how it sounds like without them. It's just a sub bass, but with them, just carnage. So we have the bass too. I also made some melodic stuff out of the drill. So this is the same drill. I put it in simpler and made some adjustments in the amplitude envelope and also in the LFO too. It sounds something like this. So now we have something to make chords with. I think we got everything to make a song. So let me just produce a little off camera and I will show you what I got. I decided to make kind of like a demo or a cover for one of my own songs out of these sounds. If you want, go and check it out. It's called Flower Tongue. It's on Spotify. I think it's a nice one. I finished the cover demo. Here's what I did. I made this drum track. It's just a simple drum beat. Also, I made a secondary drum track, which is kind of like complementary. It just complements the first one. Also, I made a bass line. I made an intro pad. And a little arpeggiated line with our drill instrument. It sounds like this. And I tracked a good amount of vocals. So this is how you make music without actual instruments. Okay, so let's see what we got out of a drill, a sofa, a plastic bag and some kind of copper wire. The original is out on Spotify. Take a listen if you're interested. Now let's listen to the song.
All your friends are wasted or overdosed, and the guy on the stage, he doesn't hear your voice, and you're complaining to me with your flower tongue. Your sweat on the dance floor turned into gold. That was not long ago, but the words are heavy now for your flower tongue. Music stops, but you still can hear a song. But there is no more ground control for the little flower tongue. She's feel like a full beehive, and the forest is on fire, but the queen is not around anymore. I just wonder how it goes, if it does, through her head. Her thoughts are racing, but sense still missing out. Her thoughts are racing, but sense still missing out. This is how it does go.